Hey there guys, it's Tina and I am back and it is time for some more Fude. So I told you guys in my last video that I was waiting on another order from CD Japan and it finally came in. The brush that I really wanted was cancelled. Oh my god. So it was on back order for 3 weeks. It was going on a month and then they finally contacted me and told me that yeah, it's out of stock. It's not going to be restocked. Bye. Thank you so much. And I am so disappointed because I really wanted to get that brush. It's the Fupa. I'll insert it so you can see it. It's the Fupa, I think it's the 01 foundation brush in the soft version. I really want this brush, but it's no longer available, so I would have to get it from somebody that probably already owned it or that they went shopping and they found it in store. But that's the brush that I'm missing and I'm so sad, but I still want to share with you the brushes that did actually make it through in my order. So I'm gonna start out with the funniest brush, and I'm not even gonna show you yet. I'm gonna insert this brush so you can experience this with me. This is the Bisyodo foundation brush and it's called their Puffy Black. Guys, did you see this? What were you expecting? Because when I got, alright, first of all, when I saw it online, I was like, are they sure they want to do that? And when I actually got it, I was like, oh my god, what does this look like, guys? Seriously, what does this look like? We're trying to keep it family friendly, but no, I cannot. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna get over it. But this is a really soft brush. Let me check out what the bristle type is for this. I think this is either squirrel or goat. Yeah, this is goat, but it's Saikoho, which is the highest grade of goat hair. It is so soft, and people say this is similar to the Fupa 01, so maybe that's not a big deal that I missed out on that, but it's a very interesting brush, and it comes with a little thing to put it in to stand on your desk. So we're gonna have this standing on my desk looking very interesting, but it's really comfortable to hold in the hands because it rests against your palms, so you can buff the product around as you need to. And again, ultra soft, and I think this is dyed Saikoho hair because Saikoho tends to be white hair, so I'm thinking this is dyed, but it is so soft. Like, I can run it right up against my eyes and it feels so delicate. It is not too stiff, so it has a lot of give to it, which I appreciate because it makes it move a little better across the skin and it feels really good. So that's the first brush up. I had to show you guys that one first. And then we have this one from KOYUDO that comes in a wooden box. And when you get packages from CD Japan, I wanted to mention this. They come really well packaged. The majority of them will come in a box like this, but they have bubble wrap and plastic wrap around the brushes themselves. So they're not just loose in your packaging at all. They're really packed with care, which I appreciate because I'm buying expensive brushes. I don't just want them flopping around in packaging, you know what I mean? So this brush is the Saikoho 3D powder brush from KOYUDO, like I said. So this brush is very different in the shape. The shape is very interesting. So these have not been washed yet. They're fresh out of the packaging, but I wanted to show you them in their original form before I start getting product all over them. So this guy has a very interesting shape. It is curved and it comes to a blunt edge. It's very interesting. The taper of these bristles, I don't know how to describe it. It almost looks like a foot, like a little paw, the way it's shaped. And this is a really soft brush as well. The bristles are gonna be really long on one side, and Saikoho hair is again very soft. So this is typically what Saikoho hair will look like, this white version, which is why I said with the Bisyodo one being black, I thought it was dyed, and dyed goat hair is usually a little bit scratchier than the, yeah, I can feel the difference, but it's still very soft, the Bisyodo one. But this one is Saikoho hair, And I don't know what made me get this brush because I don't like long bristles, but something about the shape was just very intriguing. So I got it to apply powder all over the face. As you can see, it's very large. So it's gonna be great for just doing loose powder, packing that on and going. And yeah, I thought this was a very interesting shape, so I decided to pick that one up. Now let's go ahead and grab my 2 other boxes. There are a lot of brushes in these boxes, guys. So I told you guys this was my last order because there are quite a few brushes, guys, and I have brushes everywhere now. I have so many brushes that I don't need another one, so I am done after that. But I wanted to go ahead and grab some more again because these brushes are becoming more rare because of the scarcity of the bristles. So I picked up some more brushes from Bisyodo. This brand just, oh my god, the brushes that I've tried from Bisyodo so far have impressed me so much. The handles are so elegant, they're so well designed and so well put together that I wanted to try out some more brushes from their lineup. So I picked up a few brushes from their Uyeda Bisyodo Cherie series. I completely butchered that, but I put the spelling on the screen, you can understand what I'm saying. So this brush is the CHP01 and it actually has the number on the brush handle, which is great. So this is a round flat powder brush and the hair type for these is Saikoho goat hair, which is a lower grade than Saikoho, but it's still very soft. It's a little bit more resilient and this feels so good on the skin. So I can feel that the bristles are a little bit thicker and they have a little bit more texture, but they are still ultra soft. So this is the powder brush. As you can see, it's a very large paddle style round flat brush. And this is gonna be great again for all over powder. You would think I'm powdering my whole body with all the powder brushes that I have, right? But I just wanted to definitely pick up a few of these brushes to try them out. I also got the P03 brush. So this is also a powder brush, but this one has a round ferrule with a domed shape versus the round flat. So this ferrule's pinched, this one is completely round, and it gives you a completely round shape. So you can use this for powder, I can use this for blush, and you can use this for bronzer. So this is a all-rounder brush because of the size and shape of it, but be careful, if you're using this for blush, you would have to just lightly get product on the tips of the bristles and very lightly try to concentrate it because it is a larger brush, so it can spread color everywhere. But I do like a larger brush for my blush, so it doesn't bother me that this is a little bit larger on my face. But you can see the size up against my face, so if you're into smaller brushes, this might not be it for you. I'm showing these brushes up close as well as on my face because I want you to see the size both of the handle and the brush head, so you can determine whether this brush size would work out for you. So this is the P03. Then we have the FD, which is the foundation brush. Again, same series, and this one is a foundation brush. They're all made from the Saikoho hair, so you can use these with creams and with liquids as well as powder. So this one is a foundation brush. It has a pinched ferrule and it's very densely packed, but it still has some give and it moves around the face really well. So this brush is very reminiscent of their other foundation brush. The one that I previously picked up has the same, almost the same shape head. Yeah, this one isn't washed yet, this one is washed, so it fluffs out a little bit more, but it's pretty much the same shape brush head. So this one is a little bit cheaper because it's Saikoho hair. So if you wanted to try out the foundation brush with this handle, here you go. I really like this as well. It's very soft. I'm gonna probably use this for foundation very soon, so we're gonna wash it up and get some use out of it. Then we have the CCH brush, which is a cheek brush. This is going to be perfect for blush, highlight, or contour. You can use this with all your cheek products. This is a larger, well, not too much. I don't think it's that large of a cheek brush because it fits right on my cheeks. But again, be careful with how you apply the product to the bristles, because if you get it all over the brush, then you're gonna get a wider spread on your cheek. But this guy has a pinched ferrule, so it has more of a paddle shape to it. And It is definitely fluffy, so you can use it to buff and blend out your blush or whatever product you apply to your cheeks. So I am very happy with this one as well. And then I also got the CHHC Highlight Cheek Brush. Oh my god. So this is definitely much smaller. If you're into smaller blush brushes, you might want to go ahead and grab this. This has a tapered shape to it, like a candle flame. So it's a little bit more tapered, has a rounded ferrule, and this will work great for the high points of the cheek. But you can also use it for blush if you want a smaller size blush brush. And oh my god, this feels so good. So I am happy to have these brushes from the Uyeda Bisyodo Cherie series. Probably completely butchered that, but yes, I got the 5 brushes and I'm completely happy with those. And we can move on now to the other box of brushes. So the order that got canceled or just modified and they deleted my soft fupa, oh my god, it included these 3 brushes, and oh my god. So these are all from the Kyoto Pink series. So the first one up is the Fupa 07 Foundation and Shading Brush. This one has a pinched ferrule and a flat top, so it has a different shape. It doesn't come to a dome, and this shape is very interesting because it tapers a little bit before it comes to the squared off top, so you can use it to contour the face. Because of that flat top, it allows you to do some precision work. You can use it to chisel out the jawline, but you can also use it under the eyes for foundation or concealer, around the mouth, around your eyebrows. The shape is very interesting and I like it because of that flat top. I can get right along my brows because I do my brows before I do my foundation. So I'm very happy to have this, and these are made from goat hair. It doesn't say what type of goat hair, but they are very soft and it feels very comfortable on the skin, but you can definitely feel a little bit of poking and prickling if you have very sensitive skin. I feel it, and my skin, I wouldn't consider my skin really sensitive, but as I've been using more Fude style brushes, it's almost like my skin can tell the quality of a brush hair now. Like I can tell the difference between squirrel and goat and the different types of goat, which is very interesting. But this one feels, yeah, it feels a little prickly if I go at my skin like in a poking motion, but if I'm just sweeping it across my skin, it still feels very nice. Then we have the Fupa 12 Large Foundation Brush. This one has a very interesting shape, which is why I wanted to pick it up. So it has the pinched ferrule, so it is not a rounded top, but it comes to a flat top, but it also has an angle, and then it has very tapered sides. So it's just very interesting to me the way it is shaped. It almost has a little bit of a tip that you can use under your eyes, but then it has a little bit of a concave so you can use it for a contour. It's just very interesting how it's shaped, and you don't really see brushes like this on the market, so that's why I wanted to pick it up, because it's different, it's interesting, and I like having interesting brushes. So you can apply your foundation with this, but it has that interesting shape that you can get right against your eyes. You can go around the sides of your nose. I mean, any brush can do that, but this one just has that very interesting shape that makes it almost just flow with the shape and contour of your face. So I like this one as well. And then we have the Fupa 13 Small Foundation Brush. So this has the same shape as the Fupa 12, but in a small version. So it still has that flat edge with a curve, with the concave, and with the, it's a whole thing, okay? This one is gonna be better for concealer work because it is smaller. So you'll see the comparison between the two. This is the small, this is the larger one. You'll see the difference. Same shape, it's the same exact shape, but the small one is for more detailed work. This one feels very, these two feel very soft compared to, yeah, these two feel softer than the flat top one, which is interesting, but they're still very soft. It's just you can feel the difference in the quality of the hairs, especially when you're used to like squirrel hair now, like like I am. I don't I know, right? But no, I've gotten used to like squirrel hair brushes, so to me I can feel the difference. And then I picked up another Fupa brush. I love the Fupa series from KOYUDO. So this is the Fupa 13 CBWH Mineral Foundation BB Cream brush in white. So there's a black handle as well you can get. So this brush is a synthetic fiber brush. It is not made from natural bristles. This is made from PBT material, which is polybutylene terephthalate, and that is a polymer. So it's a plastic. So this is a really soft brush, and because it's made from synthetic fibers, you can use this with creams, liquids, powders, as it says, right? And it's so soft. Oh my god. So if you are looking for a synthetic alternative, this is a great foundation brush. It has a flat top, which I realized that I didn't have a lot of flat top brushes around, so I went ahead and grabbed this one, and I can't wait to use this for setting powder. It is so soft, and it is definitely not prickly at all. Now with synthetic fibers, these don't last as long as natural hair would, but this brush will still last you a pretty decent time in your collection as long as you clean it and wash it and take good care of it. So this brush I am happy to have. It is so, oh, I can't wait to use this one. Very, very nice. I feel like I just want to mention this brush since we're talking about a flat top brush anyway. This is the Sonia G Smooth Buffer Brush. So this was recently released. I was debating whether or not to pick this up, one, because of the shape of it, and two, because it's only available on Beautylish. And with Beautylish, I'm still like on the outs with them with the whole Jeffree Star thing. So I'm waiting to see what happens, but I'm only supporting the brands on that website that I'm interested in. The only brands that I want to support would be Sonia G, so I don't know like how to navigate that, but anyway, I picked up the brush. So this guy, I didn't get the original large buffer brush from her original series with the fat handles. I hate those handles so much, but this one has a tapered shape, so I went ahead and grabbed this one. And this one is also made from ooh, it's a little prickly. So this one is made from goat hair. It has a flat top as well. This one is smaller than the Fupa one from before, but this is also going to make for an interesting buffer brush. So a buffer brush you can use to buff product in. You can also use it as almost like a finishing brush to like really buff and blur the edges of your foundation and just make everything flawless and seamless. So I'll just add this to my collection of Sonia G brushes, which I will be doing a video on all the brushes from my Sonia G collection, and we'll speak about them in more detail. But yeah, I wanted to mention that I got the smooth buffer. So let's move back to Bisyodo because I have been loving the Bisyodo brushes. So this is the BC01 brush, which is a cheek highlight brush. And it is made from, let's see the hair type. This is made from Saikoho hair, so very high grade goat hair. And the ferrule is made from pure brass coated in 24 karat gold gilt. And then the handles are made from a African rosewood, and it's nice and polished and just glossy. These brushes, the design of these brushes, oh my god, these are probably the most elegant brushes in my collection. They look so good, that between the handles and the ferrule, amazing. But anyway, this is the cheek brush, very soft. This is Saikoho hair again, which is one of the highest quality of goat hair that you can find. And this is meant for a cheek brush. This, I think, is a great size of cheek brush. Where are my other cheek brushes? So you'll see that it's a little bit smaller, just a tiny bit smaller than the Bisyodo brush. And it's a little bit thinner, just a little bit. And it's more tapered. So the Bisyodo one comes to more of a dome shape. This one is more tapered at the sides. And this one, oh my god, if I could recommend a blush brush, it would be this one. It's so soft, it's so delicate, it's so elegant, Bisyodo is where it's at, okay? I really love the Bisyodo collection. It's just, butter, okay? Then we have a couple of eye brushes. Well, a few eye brushes that I picked up. So the first one is the BES01 eyeshadow brush, and this one is made from pine squirrel hair. This is a dome-shaped brush that would be small for the face, but it's very large for the eyes. And I think this would work great under the eyes but also in the crease line. And if you wanted to just do a wash of color all of the lids, or if you wanted to buff and blur out the edge of color, this would work really great. And the pine squirrel is so soft. Oh my god, this is excellent for blending out color. I really wanted to pick up some of the eye brushes because I don't have a lot of Fude eye brushes, and I wanted to try out the different bristles. So this one is the pine squirrel, like I said. It has the same rosewood handle and then the gold plated ferrule as the other Bisyodo brushes that I picked up. And oh my god, this is just so delicate and sexy. I love it. Then we have the BESO2 eyeshadow brush. This one is also made from pine squirrel. This is a large style shader brush. It's very large, so you can use it for all over color on the lid. It's just gonna give you like a one swipe and done. If you have small eyes, this is probably not for you because it is very large, as you can see, but it's so soft that you can use it on your lower lash line to buff out color because it is so delicate. It feels really comfortable under the eyes. So I am happy to have this one. I can't wait to try it out and like see how it really works in practice because it is so large. It's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Then we have the BESO3 eyeshadow brush. This one I don't think is pine squirrel. No, this one is made from Saikoho goat hair. This one is also a shader brush, but it has a curve to it. It's not truly like an angled brush, but it has a little bit of a curve. Again, it's a very large brush, so it's gonna give you a wash of color. You can also use it under the eyes. You can use it to buff out color. But because it's so large, I'm just like, is this what Fude eye brushes are about? Because I'm not here for it. But no, they're different sizes and shapes, but there are a lot of larger sized eyeshadow brushes. So just be aware of that if you're gonna pick up any of the eye brushes and you were curious. They have very large brushes, but I will find use for this, okay? Don't play with me. I will find use for all of these brushes. Then the next one up is the BESO4 brush. This is a large paddle style brush as well, but it is now a flat dome shape instead of the curved shape of the 03, and then it is kind of the same. Yeah, it is the same shape as the 02, but now it's Saikoho hair rather than pine squirrel. So still a large paddle style brush. Wash of color over the lid again, and you can use it on the lower lash line. It is not as soft as the pine squirrel, but it is still very soft. If you have really sensitive eyes, I would recommend the pine squirrel one, but remember with squirrel you're gonna only use that with powder. So if you're using a tacky base, or if you're using your eyeshadows damp, or you're using cream eyeshadows, then you would want to stick to goat hair brushes, and this one would be the goat hair version. So I am just gonna use my brushes and enjoy them. I'm not gonna necessarily limit myself, but I'm gonna be a little bit careful with the pine squirrel ones just because I don't want to damage them, but I still want to have like free reign with my brushes, you know? And now we'll finish up with the final two eyeshadow brushes. So these are from Hokudo. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I think it's like Hokudo. So these are also pine squirrel brushes. This is the GS1, and this is from the Brilliant Gold series, and the bristles are Canadian squirrel. So this is a squirrel hair brush again, very soft, and this is a large shader brush, but it's a little bit more tapered. It's a little smaller than the larger shader brushes from Bisyodo. This one has a shape that I'm more used to, but it's still very large. It's just gonna allow you again that wash of color, and because it's the pine squirrel, you can use it on the lower lash line. This one comes to a little bit of a tapered point, so you can get right up in the crease to do like detailed work if you choose to, or you can use it for eyeliner to smudge out your eyeliner, or to just create a really smoky look. So this is a good brush for that. And then we have the GS02, also from the Brilliant Gold series, and this one is just a smaller version of the 01. So depending on what size you're going for, you might choose between the two, or maybe you'll be like me and get both. But you can use this for eyeshadow to pack down the color, to blend and buff on the lower lash line as well. It's a smaller shape so you can get more detailed work out of this. And if you have smaller eyes, then definitely go with the smaller brush. That's gonna be it for me. Those are all the new brushes that I have added to my lineup. I can't wait to wash these and put them to work. I am so excited, guys, especially for the eye brushes, because I haven't really tried out Fude eye brushes, and these squirrel brushes are so soft that I want them on my face. I want them all over my face. So hopefully this video was helpful for you guys to see the size and shape of these brushes in case you were interested in dipping your toe into Fude and you weren't quite sure what to pick up. Now you can see from this video what the different brush shapes are, the different sizes, to see if any of these appeal to you based on your preferences in makeup brushes. Makeup brushes are very personal, so I wouldn't recommend you run out and get the most popular face brushes or the most popular eye brushes. You have to determine what suits your needs and your preferences and like how you like to do your makeup. Some people might like really big blending brushes, some people might like really small ones with a tapered point. It's all up to you and how you like to apply your makeup, and you're not gonna know that necessarily until you try out different brushes. My recommendation is to try out cheaper versions, so go to e.l.f., go to Sonia Kashuk, go to Wet n Wild, and try out those cheaper brushes first to figure out which shapes you like and prefer, and then you can dip your toe into more expensive brushes. Until then, like, the cheaper brushes work too. They work well enough, but like once you get into Fude, listen, your life is gonna be changed and you can't go back. You just cannot go back, because I cannot go back to some of these scratchy brushes, okay? Morphe brushes, I have a couple of them, and it's like I can't go back to them after using Fude. It's just, I can't do it. So just be mindful, if you come over on the dark side, you're gonna stay here for a while. But hopefully this video was helpful again for you guys. There are gonna be other videos coming up for Fude, because I have just immersed myself into Fude, and I'm gonna be sharing my journey with you guys, and I'm gonna be sharing my thoughts on Sonia G, and then I'm gonna also detail like different brush shapes and sizes so you can get a better feel and get some more knowledge about Fude, because it's not a cheap experience at all. So I will leave all these brushes linked below. I think I can link them through CD Japan. Yeah, those won't be affiliate links. I'm trying to get affiliated, but we'll see. I will still leave them linked below so you can check them out. CD Japan is where I would recommend you get your brushes from. They're a really great price point. The limit to get free shipping is very low, so I have never had to pay for shipping. Plus they have different coupon codes and a point system where you can collect points towards your next order. You'll get money off, kind of like Ulta. You get money off your next purchase. So I really like them for that, and the shipping is excellent. Like, I kid you not, I will get my brushes in 2 to 3 business days, and that is from ordering to at my doorstep. So I really enjoy their service, so I can't recommend them enough. Definitely check them out. I will also leave links to my Instagram and Twitter where you can follow me along. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye guys.